Hello, welcome back again. Today I'm going to do something a little bit differently, seeing what works, trying some things out. This video is called The Genius of Jodyhighroller, the American rapper Jodyhighroller, aka Riff Raff, aka Party McCarty, aka Jody Three Moons, aka Cocaine Dawkins, etc., etc. He has a lot of names. Um, okay, disclaimer alert. I'm going to play some clips, some audio clips of some of his songs. All of these songs belong to Riff Raff. None of them belong to me. This video is purely a reflection on his music, and if there is any complaint from Mr. Jodyhighroller himself, you can post that and I can take this video down if it offends you in some way. Okay. This is all coming from my perspective, my point of view, of how I see things, and this is a work of appreciation to the man Jody himself. Okay? I'm doing this because I believe that his work, his art, his music that he has put out is of value. And I'm attempting in some way to reflect on that value and add something more to it, hopefully. And maybe translate some of that into a way, taking my experience along with what he's done, and maybe I can provide something more for people. Okay? So again, that's where I'm coming from with this. All right? So this is for a person who, not everyone, right? Not everyone is going to be able to get this. This is for a niche market, as most of this stuff is. It's like people who if you want to talk about like the game and like RSD, it's like people who look at those videos and say, hey, this is fake, or like Tyler's paying the girls, or like Tyler's trying to scam you. It's like if you think like that, it's like there's not really a lot I can do for you. It's like your paradigm is all fucked up. You have this very low understanding of things. Maybe this can help you to raise out of that. I'm not sure. But this is generally for people who are already like, they want to know more. They want to learn. They want to grow. They want to enhance themselves. And I'm hoping that's what I can do with these videos. And I think deep down, that's what everybody wants. And I think that's what Riff Raff has done to some degree in his own way. And he's not perfect, and I'm not perfect, and nobody's perfect, but we're all trying. And that's why I think I'm going to do this. And that's why I think that it would be fair, and I think that he would approve because he's doing his best to get his message across, and I'm going to do my best to kind of add to that whatever way I can. All right, so let's bang a few off. So here, most of these songs are like old school shit, like his old shit, right? I'm not even sure how many years ago, like probably like at least like 7-8 years old, you know. This was, I guess I can just say my experience, like with some of this stuff is, again, like when I got into learning about like self-reflection and self-development and all this type of stuff, I came to it from a place of not really knowing where else to go. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't understand like how the world works. I don't understand how like life works, how like relationships work. I don't get any of this, and I didn't really know where to turn. I had like gone to like teachers, or like, where am I gonna go? Like the news, the like education system, the medical system, the fucking, I didn't know. So I was like looking and searching, and like slowly I started to grasp things and put some things together. Like started reading some books, like Tim Ferriss, like Eckhart Tolle, started watching Joe Rogan, listening to RSD, like started to put some things together and along that time, I came across. I think originally I kind of heard about Riff Raff through that movie he did with James Franco, where James Franco like played him kind of. And I was like searched that and looked on YouTube, and then I came across that clip of him on that like rapper radio show. I think I forget that guy's name, but he was like one of those hardcore like hip hop head guys, and they're really into like what's hip hop and what's not and all this stuff. And Riff went on that show and was just like, "Yo, this is my story. This is how I think." And he even I think did a freestyle on that guy. I think maybe his name was like Ibram, maybe. He's on like a rap radio show, and this guy was super like negative towards Riff and was like, "Yo, this is stupid. Like you're fucking dumb. Like you're taking advantage." And when I saw it, I was like, I fucking loved it, man. I was like, this is amazing. Like he's really bringing shit to the table. It reminded me of like many years ago, before I knew about any of this. I saw that clip. I used to like watching like the Late Show, like with like Jay Leno or Conan O'Brien. I saw that clip on Conan when Mystery came on, and I remember watching that. And Mystery had like I think he had like a big hat on and like goggles and everything, and just the way that he just like talked. I saw it and I was like, oh my god, this is different. Like this is real. Like there's something else. It was like piercing through the veil of lie that is most of society. And I felt like that when I first saw Riff on that show, and then I looked in. I started listening to his shit, and this was like along my journey. I was listening to this, and I was like just piecing it in. I just like because again I was like somewhat desperate. I was like I don't know how things work. I was so confused. Like, and so I started to like piece. I was like, oh, like Rogan figured it out like that. Like Tyler put it together like that, but like, and then Jody put it together like this. Like, okay, how are these all things fitting together? And I started to figure out like overlap. I started to figure out like connections and how each of these different guys have put things together, and how they're all just doing the best they could. And how could I fit in there? How could I relate? And it was like I started to see connections. I was like, this is incredible. So anyway, that's why I thought I would do this and be like, this is I think the added value of what Riff has done. And it's like good for him for becoming successful, and now he is successful, and he's making money and everything, and that's perfect because he's figured out his own way to make sense of things. And that's the thing, like that's why people like people are haters, again, people who say like Tyler and them are fake or whatever. It's like these people have no idea what it takes to fucking find your own way to make sense of this world, this goddamn life. It's so hard, so confusing. So when we meet other people who understand, who know, who have figured it out, we have to show them appreciation and gratitude and be like, dude, thank you, man. We're all standing on the shoulders of giants. Like, thank you. So, okay. Without further ado, let's hit into some of this old school shit. I hope the sound is okay and everything, but let's check it out. This is an old school song. Check them out here. Okay, so he's talking about the different like times of the night. I've come into this a little bit. Like there are different like vibes, different energies, different points of the night when you're out, and you have to come to grips with them because there are like subtle shifts between like 11 o'clock and like 2 o'clock. It's like buying temperature is different. Like you need to know, okay, this is it now. I need to make a move, like, or this I need to hang back. So he likes to drink. On stage with Kin, backstage with women. Again, he's like building his lifestyle around what he wants. I'm on stage with my kin, my brothers, backstage with the women. This is my life. Like, again, you're creating your own environment. You're creating your own lifestyle. After party. There he is. He's going to bed at 2 or some shit, or he's waking up. Maybe that's even 2 in the afternoon the next day. I don't know. Wakes up, gets his eggs scrambled, his toast with no crust, knows what he wants. That's what I want. make it happen. I give Yard the way I swang the Range Rover. So he likes fancy cars, right? That's part of his. He likes cars, so he swangs this Range Rover. You already know I give host the cold shoulder. Yo, that's again, he's incorporating these ideas of like, yo, I'll just give you the cold shoulder. Like I'm swanging this Range Rover. So that's again building up. He's building up all these jealousies and everything. So he's running around the club on the balcony and stuff, and these girls are like, "Wait, who is this guy? What is he doing? Who are you? What do you do?" Of course, they love asking that. What do you do? How come you have big chains and the crazy Gucci shirts on? Like, what do you do? How did you get this? And he's just kind of like sliding around the club, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And his answer is not like, "Well, I have a job. I'm an accountant, or I'm a rap artist." No, his job is. I drink for 3, eat enough for 2, or whatever. Let's hear that again, actually. Oh, hold on. Disrespect, get dismissed. Keep building up those boundaries hard. Again, that's something I'm trying to work on. Just disrespect, dismissed. Done. Next. Rocks and stones. You should call me a caveman. Again, he's got a lot of old school stuff, a lot of old school ideas, which is cool because still they're great. And he's talking about rocks and stones. He's putting it. I love how he puts it back to just like fundamental primal shit, which is good because that's a lot of what everything is. It's what a lot of what life is. We are still cavemen. Rocks and stones. Just got big rocks. He loves diamonds, giant diamonds. Rocks and stones. You should call me a caveman. I'm just a caveman. That's what I want. A bunch of rocks and stones on my shit and a bunch of girls. That's why I'm rolling. She's asking me. She's like, who is this guy? Eat for 3, drink enough for 2. Solid. 11 o'clock, I feel stuck. So he obviously is having some, at points, like the game's crashing, like, because he's got booze involved, whatever, drugs, everything. He's like, fuck, what am I going to do? My game's getting fucked up here. My lifestyle's not cheap. He's running like this high-end shit, like fucking diamonds, money, drinking, booze, drugs. He's like, this shit's not cheap. He got to keep moving. He got to keep producing. I feel stuck. I might fall asleep. Yeah, man. That's one of the downfalls of booze, like, for sure. Loves the booze. Talks about that a lot, getting specific on things or broad, which I think relates somehow to, like, I'm not sure, like law of attraction type shit. I think he's got some of that in there. Maybe like even like NLP or something. Like you get real specific, get broad. I don't fucking know. Hieroglyphics. Again, the dude, he's got it. He really pierced the shit and figured stuff out. He brings in the hieroglyphics, and like maybe we'll get into this in a little bit with some of the other videos. But yeah. Party don't start till I drink Bacardi. The man comes, he gets it going. Yeah. Okay, again, here, he talks about ecstasy of grown man candy. Like, he's just, again, throwing out the book of mainstream society. Like, what in this shit? Someone told you, like, drugs are bad or whatever? Like, your game's all fucked up. Like, obviously, like, MDMA has all these, like, properties for healing, like, trauma and all this type of shit. And he's just like, oh, okay, that's how it goes? Yeah, give me that. I'm on board. Like, he's not having any of the fucking mainstream lies. So it's almost as if he's teaching. Again, as if he was a coach and he's explaining to his students, probably because, you know, if that were the case, the students would be like, well, why are you doing Molly? Why are you doing ecstasy? That's bad. He's like, bitch, no. Like, bro, no. Like, this is grown man candy. Like, your life's all fucked up, son. You're probably going to need Molly to straighten your shit out. Yeah, drink too much, bro. Your game's gonna fall apart. I'm not here for the Ain't my fault she's fatal attraction. I guess that might be an old school term. I'm not sure, but again, it's like he's blowing people up here with his diamonds, running shit, and it's like it ain't my fault. This is how I roll. And he's just stacking up these girls who are like, oh my god, I love you. So he's got some tight game.
12 o'clock, I'm still sipping, but 1 o'clock, way past tipsy.
12 o'clock, I'm still sick. 1 o'clock, I'm way past tipsy. Yeah. See, that probably is a byproduct of this kind of lifestyle, I think. 11 o'clock. Okay, so that song's called O'Clock by Riff Raff. Yeah, and I don't even know how. I'm not sure if he even like released this as an album or what. Again, this is just on some random YouTube channel. It's called Full Tank 24, and it says it was released in 2012. That's a long time ago, right? That's a few years ago. So, yeah, big thanks to Jody for putting that out. So let's check out the next one. This one's called It's Never Too Late. Oh, man. I still remember this again when I was listening to this stuff. This was probably 4 years ago. And even then, this was like ancient history. Like I randomly found these random clips on YouTube. But it's like, I remember when I first heard this song. Yeah, I was relating, man. I was just starting to come to grips with this stuff. And there was for me, I had a big sadness. I had a big I was like, man, fuck. And when I heard this song, man, I remember I was like, he was just telling you, it's never too late, man. It's never too late. And it's a bit sad, actually. I found this song, but let's hear it. Never too late. Yeah, see that there. It's I could relate with that because I felt, especially at the beginning of my journey, I was like, how can I ever come to grips with this? It was like, how can a human being do this? I felt so hurt inside. I felt so traumatized. I was like, it's not possible. I'm already been damaged. And I remember listening to this song and Jody's like, I could feel in the way he wrote the song, it's like he just feels the same. It's like, you can make it better. You can make it all right. It's like no matter what has happened, you can. It's never too late to make it all better. And it's almost like I like that because it felt like in a way he was trying to convince himself. And I was like, remember hearing that, I was like, well, he's trying. He's trying. Can I try?
Track star, who the fuck keep my motherfucking car? Trap house beats, yup, that's me. Might sign a lease, way dynamic knees. Never been a plant, might be a star.
Never been a plant, might be a star. Yeah, I'm not a fucking plant. He's saying I'm not a tree. I'm not a plant. You don't just put me in the corner. I might be a star though. It's I'm not a plant. I'm not a permanent loser. But I might be a star. That's possible. Yeah, a lot of that. Drugs, how does that fit into everything? How do drugs fit into the world, to life? Who knows? On a fast break, just throw me out the oof. My second November 8th, now I got the juice. If my shit flies, back to the streets. My video next week, directed by Dr. T. 20-inch attachment, a lot of toe tap. 2 months ago, I just started rapping. Okay, so there you go. So here comes the next song. It's called I Can't Tell You Why. This is a cool song. It says on it, in brackets, it's very rare. I mean, again, these songs have this song has 20,000 views, so it's got a few. But that last one, some of those other ones have 5,000, 6,000 views. It's not that much compared to his new stuff. But so check this out, man. There's some real lessons in this song, and I'll hit them for you. On bracelets. Hold on. You're drinking and driving, diamonds on bracelets. Everybody wants to live the life rich and famous. Tight mini skirt, and she trying to beat the keychain. diamonds on the bracelet. Everyone wants to live a life rich and famous. Like, it's true, man. They do. And then he says this girl, tight mini skirt, trying to, hold on, what did he say there?
Everybody wants to live a life rich and famous. Tight mini skirt, and she trying to beat the keychain.
Yeah. Again, he's hitting the lessons hard and deep and like blunt to the point. Like he's trying to make sense for himself. Like, how does this shit work? This girl's out with a tight miniskirt trying to peep the keychain. Like, what do you drive? It's like, what the fuck? Like, if you're anything like the average guy, it's like you're coming from this point of view that's so much. You're like, oh, I just thought find out if this girl likes me or if I like her. And you're like, well, I have to come to terms with like, wait, she's just seeing what kind of car I drive.
Looking for the new Mercedes Benz and a wedding ring.
She's looking for the keychain, new Mercedes Benz, and a wedding ring. It's like that's her thought process. Again, I don't know what kind of girls he's dealing with. Who knows? Everything's relative. But to some degree, it is still the truth. She's like, what kind of car is he driving? Does he have a BMW? Is he married? How can I get out of this guy? Like, Jesus Christ. And it's like, Jody's like, what the fuck?
Car babysitting back. Maybe they won't see that.
Car babysitting back. Maybe they won't see that. It's like this girl's driving. She's got a car. She's got a baby seat in the back. Like, she's got a kid and she's out.
Baby needs some similar.
She's out. Like, she's hustling, just like you are. Baby needs some fucking milk. Baby needs some food. She's out there hustling.
Now I'm riding Cadillac, higher than a mountain, leaning on the counter. She trying to get it free, so she rubbing on the bouncer.
She's out there doing her thing, chatting up the bouncer, trying to hustle her way into the club. It's like, this is the racket. Like, this is the rackets that some of these girls play, They're like 21 and they're hot. And they're just hustling. They're hustling their game. Like,
everybody rapping, wanna be a model. Yeah, she hit the mall and she wanna be a baller.
Hitting that mall, she wants to be a baller. Who knows?
Under city life, hoping he gon' call her.
She's out there hoping this guy calls her, some gangster she's been talking to.
Yeah, she got a husband, but she's trying to meet a baller.
Already married. She's out there trying to meet a baller. It's like, yeah, she'll marry this guy for now. He's got a bit of money. She married him, but she's still trying to actually meet a baller. Hook up with the baller, some actual player, alpha dude. Maybe she'll hook up with him, and if it really turns out she'll leave this guy, he'll be devastated. The husband will be ruined. She'll go with this new guy. Again, it's not trying to be like a hater. It's not trying to be like, think that's like shame these girls, but it's just you need to come to grips with how things are working. Like, that could be you, so you need to protect yourself. You need to put yourself in a position where you're the baller. I'm the baller. I make the terms.
Instead of being a woman and showing love and support, she rather chill on resorts and smoke Newport.
That's right. I mean, she doesn't want to sit there and like just have her husband there and show him love and support. Oh, baby, you're doing so good. You're such a good. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to just chill on a resort, smoke Newports. It's like you have to come to grips with that. Again, it's not saying that's bad. It's not saying we're trying to like shame this girl, but it's like you need to understand that's how it works. You can't just go through your life like oblivious of it because you're gonna get played. There's no other way around it.
But her money messed up, so she playing catch up.
Her money's messed up. She's trying to play catch up. Like now she's 26 and she got this kid and she doesn't really have any money, so she's trying to meet someone cool. She got this one guy. He's paying for a bit of her stuff, but she's trying to meet another guy. Games get fucked up. Like these are some of the games that the girl's playing. It's like now she's 29. Oh my god, and it could all fall apart. Now she's 40 in the games. It's like it's hard, man.
And she wanna have a baby so she can play dress up.
Wants to have a baby so she can play dress up. It's like again, a lot of these girls it's terrifying, but it's like that's a way they might think. Like she wants to have a baby because he'll be so cute. It's like stimulus. Like he's so cute, and I dress him up like this, and oh my god, look at the picture, attention, oh my god. But what comes along with that? Well, he needs food. Well, who's going to do that? How about this guy? He's got a BMW, no wedding ring. Cool, yeah, do it. Okay, he turns out he's a bit of a loser. How about a baller? Can I meet a baller? Gotta grip this stuff, guys. And I can't tell you why. I cannot tell you why. I can't tell you why. That's how it works, though. I didn't create the world. Blind your sight with the diamonds. Tempers rise like Fahrenheit. Yeah, like I mean the same. I had a lot of problems with anger and stuff too because you don't know how to deal with your emotions and they just come out with anger or whatever. It's hard, man. You gotta break them down. It takes time.
Black and white like a rainforest jet collision. Work the wheel with precision. Ended up with multi-million.
Gotta work. Play your game right.
Diamonds in your vision. I don't expect for you to listen. You just trying to ruin my career.
Robin Givens. So it's like, again, I got diamonds all over the place, but you're not even listening. His girlfriend, whatever, you're not even listening. You don't want to understand where I'm coming from. You don't want to really relate with me. You just see the diamonds. You want to ruin my career. Robin Givens, who I just found out recently was the wife of Mike Tyson. I didn't know that up until recently. But so again, it's like it's scary, but you can do the right thing. You can come in contact with this way of things, and you can play the game. You can win at the game if you adhere to certain principles. But if you're not doing that, and you're just in reaction to what society's telling you, you're never going to win. You're going to lose for sure.
Don't forget your camcorder, rap game, Tommy Lasorda. No, not a rapper. I do this shit for a hobby. Your flows are getting old. Bill Cosby.
Okay, cool. So that was I can't tell you why, very rare. So this next one called Bird Game. This has some the chorus alone. The chorus alone is a really tough lesson, really good lesson. Again, this must have been a period. This was in 2012. It says this one again. Again, he was cranking out these lessons for boys. I don't know. Apparently, not many people were listening, or he just got sick of it and was like, "No, I'm just gonna make some fucking rap songs." Because people, you know how it is, man. Guys don't listen. Guys don't listen. You can offer them lessons, teach them for free. They won't listen. Do it for me. At some point, actually, that's what I like about. That's another thing I like. It's like at some point you're just like, "Yo, I'm just gonna do this for myself." People don't want to hear it. They'll complain. You offer them value and they complain. Give me more. So anyway, okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Listen. Mm, 50 cash on my neck, stepping hard like T-Rex. Again, this is a point he brings up a lot. Like he's got that clear cut value, like diamonds. You got to see this dude with his diamonds. Like no one got diamonds like this guy. Like unbelievable. Like grills, bracelets, everything. So he talks a lot about this, like 30 grand cross my chest or 50 grand on cash on my chest, whatever. And it's like this point, he has a point in another song, I'm not sure if it's on this list, but he says 30 grand cross my chest just in case they don't trust me. It's like at the end of the day, if you're inside of you is hurt and broken or whatever, but you've got 30 grand clearly cut in diamonds, clearly, like, yo, this is 30 grand. Or like, I'm driving a purple BMW or whatever. It just like overrides, and the girl's is like, whatever. It's 30 grand. Fuck it. And then if they don't trust you, it's like, well, this guy's weird, he's stupid, he's dumb, da-da-da. It's like, well, here's 30 grand on my chest, what now? And then you can start to come to grips with better things, like, oh, she's willing to overlook that. It's like, okay, so this is how it works, and you got to learn and understand. I'm not saying money is everything. It's not, but it's just gonna help you to see how the value dynamics play out. Okay. Yeah. Stretch till next summer. Yeah, even maybe then he's talking about like this girl's like, oh, 30 grand. Okay, well that'll last me till the baby comes out. Like, what the fuck? I think this is the right song. I want to hear the chorus here. Let me just. Mm. I thought that was the song where he had that, like, let me just throw that again for a second. Mm. There we go, there we go, there it is. Hoes don't give a fuck. Have your baby in 9 months. Take your host in your truck. That right there alone is one of that lesson right there. And again, I think he was. This would be a lesson to some random guy, like some random chode guy who's like, well, I want to meet a nice girl, or blah blah blah. Why didn't she call me back? Like he's just giving them the lesson of like, bro, you need to handle your shit and understand the fact that hoes don't give a fuck. Have your baby in 9 months. Take your host in your truck. Bye. And it's just, again, it's not coming from this like negative paradigm. It's not coming from this like angry, like bitter, like MGTOW kind of vibe. It's not that. It's just saying you need to understand that's generally like a lot of girls are gonna think like that. Like they don't even realize it. They're not even like doing it on purpose. It's just that's to them. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, he seems okay. Like, oh, I could have his baby. Yeah, and then he got weird. Okay, I'll take his have the baby. Take his house in the truck. All right, cool. Next, and it's like again, they don't. That's just how they're gonna think. So big lesson there. Big lesson there from the main man, Riff Raff. Okay, where are we at for time here? Okay, maybe I'll do one or two more. This song's called Freeze Dried. It's a cool song. This is newer, I guess. It says 2013 again, but it's on actually Jody's website, so or his YouTube channel. So again, this is out of just a review kind of thing. No copyright infringement necessary. Okay, so.
Camaro, the same color as bone marrow rap game. Jack Sparrow, you could call me Captain Hook, and my life is a crystal ball like a science fiction book.
My life's a crystal ball like a science fiction book. Yeah, it's a story, that's for sure.
Should I fly East Iceland without a pilot license? I could have caught bronchitis, but the windows were tinted slightly. Freeze, dried frame, soaking up game.
Soaking up the game. That's what happens. You put yourself in a position to soak it up. You know, you build, you grow, you learn.
Swinging the turning lane, spotting low like a crane rack game. Chevy Chase, sing of course like Chubby Checker. Work the wood like Black and Decker. Truck shake like salt and pepper. And the glaciers on my necklace got an Antarctic in texture. And you should save your breath, don't disrespect me with a lecture.
Straight up. He's like, my shit's together. I got damn golden chains and everything. Like, get the fuck you talking about? It's like someone being like, you should do this and you should be more like that. And his point is like, yo, I got all this gold. Like, what you gonna tell me? I don't need you. Everybody knows 30 grand or whatever I got here. It's like, what do you got? It's just like I love the I love the way that he just brings like that like in your face value to the table. It's just like, well, I have this. Someone's like, well, I have a degree and I have a master's degree in this and meh. Or that dude who went on the radio show and was the rapper was like, well, you didn't rap like that, and he's like, well, how about these big diamond gold chains I got? What you gonna do about that? Bye. I love it.
Slightly wavy.
Her hair slightly wavy. Negativity can't faze me. I mean, yes, we all get it can be difficult to deal with negativity and haters and stuff, but it's like at the end of the day, if you can overcome it, it's like how long can that hater keep it up for? I always say that, like, oh, it's like if someone says, they're like, well, what if the girl says I'm weird, or what if she thinks I'm dumb? It's like, okay, cool. Well, so what? Let her. How long can she keep that up for? Or how long can some guy, some white knight guy, like, you're an asshole. Yeah. It's like, okay, cool. Well, keep it up. How long can you keep that up for? They'll just get tired and their life's all messed up. Their point of view is too stupid. They can't keep it up. And then they're done, and I'm just like, okay, well, that was negativity, but I'm not going to allow that to phase me, and I'm just going to build up my resistance to that. Thank you. Bye.
It's amazing. Ever since I touched the pavement, I've been non-basic.
It's amazing. Ever since I've been here, I've been non-basic. It's like you weren't born to be basic. You were born to be non-basic.
While you search for acceptance, I'm trying to spin the world in the opposite direction.
Boom, right there. Right there. That's the one. Well, you're looking for acceptance. You're sitting there trying to fit in. That's the thing. We don't. Who wants to fit in? You already know that's not going to work. I just want to be a nice guy, and I don't want to cause any problems or ruffle any feathers. That right there is extinct. That thinking is extinct. Stop it. That doesn't work. We already know that. How did that work so far in your life? Good or bad? It's not. It didn't work. It's not going to work. Then he says, I'm trying to spin the world in the opposite direction. I'm not even playing your game. I'm doing what I want. I'm doing the opposite. You guys are baked. Your whole program is baked. The whole mentality of our mainstream society is insane. I'm not a part of that, you idiots. I'm spinning the world in the opposite direction. You can take it or leave it, but that's what I got going on. That right there is what you need. Let's hear that one more time.
Non-basic. While you search for acceptance, I'm trying to spin the world in the opposite direction. Subtle misconception, diamonds give reflection, car collision in the intersection.
Subtle misconceptions cause. Hold on, hear it again.
Misconception, diamonds give reflection.
Sudden misconceptions. There's subtle misconceptions. Yeah, people are just gonna say what they want to say. Like right off the bat, like you're weird and stupid. You have too many gold chains. Your beard looks weird. Yeah, neon shirt. I don't understand. Like, that's because you're not smart enough. It's because you're not smart enough. You still need to put in hundreds of hours. You still need to do hard labor and build your mind up, build your life up. Maybe then you can understand. And you're lucky I did this song for you. That's where he's coming from.
Car collision in the intersection. Hecklers get disrespected, phone disconnected.
Boom. You don't like it? Hecklers get disconnected, get dismissed, disrespected, phone disconnected. Like, your game's all messed up, son. You're sitting around being a hater. Why? It's like people will just hate. Why didn't you just watch this video I made? And you could have got all kind of insights from me, from Jodyhighroller, obviously, who's figured this out over who knows how much difficulty and fucking obstacles. But someone would rather sit there and be like, I don't like Jody. He's weird. Yeah. Okay, well, he's got millions of dollars in a codeine castle or whatever in Las Vegas. What are you doing? I don't like him. Haters get disrespected. Phone disconnected. I don't need you. If I look at you, it's a bill. $100 for me to look at you.
Mouth full of glaciers, body full of ice.
Yep, and again, just in your face again. Mouth full of glaciers, body full of ice. What you gonna do about it? Obviously, part of his game is that he does face a lot of haters. Right? So that's how he's built his game. I guess he had to do it that way. I don't know. No one's perfect.
Cup full of ice and I'm gone for the night. I'm freeze dry. I'm full of glaciers, body.
Okay, well, we're on a roll here. I'll do a little more. A little more. This one's called Banana Cream Pie. Again, these are like old school songs. Like very old. Very old. If you want it, you can get it. It's like, that's the lesson right there. It's like, if you really want this, if you really want to make a change, if you really want it, you can go out there and get it. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. You're going to fail, but you can grow. You can learn. If you want it, you can get it. You need it, you'll receive it. He's talking about like the damn universe at this point. Gotta go out there and ball.
out the Benz. Couple women friends, hair blowing in the wind.
Once again, we hopped out the Benz. Couple women friends, hair blowing in the wind. It's like he's painting this picture here for you. He's like, that's the lifestyle I want. That's who I want to be. That's the moment that I want. I want to roll up in a Benz, hopping out that Benz. Couple girls, hair blown in the wind. It's like, and that's what they want too. He knows that's a position to put himself in where it's like, that girls want to be that girl. He wants to be that guy. Isn't that what we all want? To be the kind of person who we want to be?
Most gold diggers are stacked by 7 figures.
Most gold diggers stack about 7 figures. I bet you that was a tough lesson. He was probably running into that. He obviously has grown up in some kind of game where the women are big time into money and all that, which everyone's different. Everyone's lifestyle, everyone's environment is different. But again, it's like to realize, like, whoa, this girl's making 7 figures or 6 figures or whatever. He says 7 or 6.
We hopped out the Benz. Couple women friends, hair blowing in the wind. Most gold diggers are stacked by 7 figures.
7? Holy shit, okay. So these girls are making serious dough. It's like they could have 2 or 3 or 4 guys that they're kind of talking to. Oh, just buy me that. Oh, I really can't afford my rent this month. Can you just pay for it? And the guy's like, okay. Or even maybe it's a dude who has a lot of money. It's just like, all right, I don't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, I'll spend 10 grand on you. No big deal. Because he's making millions or hundreds of millions of dollars. He's like, nah, I don't give a shit. I'll spend the money. That's not, necessarily how I would think about it, but some guys would. And if he's realizing this, he's like, these girls are making more than me.
My pockets getting bigger and my bitch is getting thick.
Pockets getting bigger. Pockets getting thicker and my bitch is getting bigger. Yeah, that sounds about right, but like hotter bigger. Yeah.
Your bitch is getting thicker than a snickle. Pie flipper, garden valley cheese shipper. She wrapped my arm same side that I write on. The ice on my hand, coolers of python. Same color as lime on. Don't get shell shocked. You so hot I could melt now.
Don't get shell shocked. It's like, yeah, it's tough when you get these amazingly hot girls that are like, oh, hey, what's your name? Golden chains everywhere. And he's got to maintain that frame. It's difficult.
She better, my ass way fatter. See me one time flatter, but it really don't matter. We hide in the ladder. I squash the chit chatter. $200,000 on a camping in the anthem.
Squash the chit chatter. I like that part. Like at some points, like, yeah, we got to stop this chit chatter. Like, what are we doing? Like, let's go.
My money in my bill for my I was on the ring, told she calling on my cell phone. I'm calling on the house phone.
Yeah.
Playing with detachable wood face. They'll pull up the Waterburger and the candy green machine, the same color as the AstroTurf. To get deep in the detail, I'm barely scratching the surface. You pick up work at 10:30, couldn't finish it. You call me at 2:30, hit 4 or 5 licks.
Now he's talking about this girl has to work at 2:30. You call me, get 4 or 5 licks. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe they want coke. I don't know. But again, it's just he's painting a picture for you. Yeah, you'll receive it. Serious. Okay. Here's a song called "Breakaway." This is one of his best songs, I think. This is severe. It's on his website. This has 500,000 views. So I hope there's no copyright infringement here, Jody. Just that right there. I've seen torture through these eyes. I'm going to focus my mind. If you can latch onto that, maybe you can get somewhere. Right? It's like you have a lot of pain inside. You've seen torture. Who knows what a person's gone through? Who knows? But if you can focus your mind on the details of what you want to see, you can create a change. Break away. I don't know what's on the other side. I don't know. Nobody knows. But you can focus your mind away from the past. Let me in. Focus in my mind and break away. Let me in. Hold on. Yeah, like I'm already here. I'm already alive. Did I sign a contract that I want to come and be alive? I don't know, but I don't remember that. Did I agree to be alive? What in the shit? I'm already here. What you want me to do? Let me be. Yeah, I exist. Who cares? I'm not perfect. Jody's got crazy haircut and beard and chains. He's not perfect, but he's already here. What you want him to do? Let him be.
Why do they hate so frequent?
Again, he must have faced immense hatred in his game because he's everything. He's like, why they hate so frequently? He's like, I'm just trying to do what I'm doing, and they're constantly hating on me. How do I grip this?
This dream I had, paved and gone.
Ooh, this dream I had.
Minds adjust under neon souls.
The minds, oh fucking hell, he's got some good shit, man. Minds adjust under neon souls. So it's like, that's some heavy shit, man. Like, your mind can react, your mind can alter, your mind can change and focus on different things if you put it in the right circumstances. It's hard, it's difficult, but under neon souls, that's why you got to be careful about who you're around.
I keep it cool in the depths of pain.
Ooh, fuck. I think even some of these lessons are hard for me. Like, I keep it cool in the depths of pain. Like, yeah, this is horrible pain, but try to keep it cool, and you can build up that muscle of resilience when it's painful. Build it up.
45 nights I sip champagne.
It's a long cycle. He must have taken long cycles, like long weeks and months of just fucking, it happens. 45 nighs.
Trust no one when switching lanes.
Trust no one who ain't switching lanes, bro. You got to people. If you're not growing and learning and being like, that's fucked, do this now, abandon bullshit that doesn't work, find new shit. Don't trust them. They're all fucked up. Why? Just because you think that way? Well, I grew up like this, and the people I grew up with think like that, so I'm gonna think like that. I don't trust that. I don't trust you. You better switch that shit up, son, or you ain't gonna make it. It's a brutal game out there.
I make it rain, tornadoes, hurricanes.
Sweet.
I've seen torture through these
Yup.
eyes. And I pray now won't take away.
Yup. Okay, what about obtuse angle? Here we go. Where are we at for time? I'm just cranking these out. I'm on a roll. We'll go for an hour. All right, that's like another 10 minutes. So, a few more, guys. Stick with me here. Stick with me. Stick with me. Learning lessons from Jody. All right. Let's see. This is called obtuse angle. I don't know what all this really totally about the angles. I've heard a bit about this. There was some guy way back when, I think he was like an NLP guy who talked about the different angles that you put your arms at and stuff, and then you could Hypnotic talked about this deep into like the like NLP world. I don't know as much about that stuff, but it's like if you could tell if you were what you really wanted or if you were telling the truth by like the angle that your arms were at, and you tried to like if you pushed your arm down and it didn't go, then you were telling the truth, and if you did, then it was a lie. Maybe that's where he's coming from. I don't know. Again, he's just pulling shit together. This song has over 1 million views, so it's pretty legit. Yeah. So check this out. Purchase everything perfect. So it's like he's saying, like, I have money, I'm going to purchase the perfect things in my life, and maybe that will create something perfect in my life. Something of beauty. Who knows? Diamonds? I don't know. Yeah, complicated. Blood's gonna boil again. Obviously, I can relate with that, with the anger. It's hard, man. Because I think he talked about that in the song again. Getting angry just fucks you over. It doesn't get you anywhere. You have to find a way to break those emotions down. I know Rogan had some problems with getting angry. A lot of guys do. A lot of guys spend their whole lives in anger. But it's stealing from you. You have to find a way to build past that. I'm the same, man. It's hard, dude, and it hurts. But, We can work, man. We can work at it. We're in it together.
Your temperature rises might leave me outside the fire. Lions, tigers.
Temperature rises might leave me outside the fire. Lions, tigers. Just come on, the genius in there. You want to get yourself all riled up and be angry in like a tribal caveman setting? Okay, leave your ass out of the campsite. Leave your ass out of the fire. What's gonna happen then? Lions and tigers are gonna eat you and you'll be dead. Is that what you want? If that's what you want, then go ahead. Go get eaten. No one's gonna stop. Go ahead. No one's gonna be affected. So it's about really coming to grips with that. Like, if you want your temperature to rise and you get angry, what's gonna happen? The tribe's gonna leave you out there on your own to get eaten by tigers. Bye. Is that a good environment? Do you think all the hot women are going to want to follow you out there and get eaten by tigers? No, they're not going to do that. So it's not a good position to be in.
Swinging just like Mark McGuire, swing like tunnels this summer cold. Carpal tunnel cars in tunnels this summer cold. Tundra, be prepared to bundle.
Gets hard, man. You gotta be prepared to bundle your shit up. Deal with it.
Make crunches and lunges, luncheons and dungeons, thunder from down under.
Longevity lunar eclipses. I'm not sure everything that's going on here. Something about maybe the cycles of the moons and shit. I don't know. It does have an effect on things and the planets and shit like that.
Gypsy style travel.
Gypsy style travel, yeah, that's there is a component of that, like backpacking and stuff, and yeah, there is a component of traveling and that and lifestyle, yeah.
Travel bags, terrified tandems, can't fathom my phenom, my python venomous.
Yeah, terrified tenors, like terrified other musicians, they can't understand where the fuck he's coming from because they're too dumb. They haven't taken the time to understand. Okay, that right there. This let me. Yeah, let me hear that again. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you what I think about that. This is the first thought that came to my mind like 4 years ago when I heard that song. When I heard that moment right there. This was in the period of my life when I was learning these things and I was starting to learn about like the plant medicines and this type of thing. And what I thought of, my first thought, I would love to hear if this is what Jody thought about that. My first thought about that. Lima beans, the size of time machines. We iced them and diced them. This might be crazy. Okay, this might be crazy and I might just be making shit up. But what I thought about that time was my experience with the truffles. Okay, with the psilocybin truffles that they're produced in Holland. And what I first thought of when I heard that was like, wait a minute. Is he talking about, because they look like lima beans. They're these little, they look like lima beans. When I thought, is he talking about those being time machines? Because I've heard that idea brought up before, that like the plant medicine, in particular mushrooms, are in fact a form of, I'm not sure, like trans-dimensional teleportation where you then go and speak with your ancestors in some way or experience other times or other realms. Maybe he's referring to that. And the idea of dicing them and icing them, I don't know. I just thought, is that what he was doing? Did he order them? Did he get them, dice them up, and then like take them somewhere else, like travel with them or something, and then use them? I'm not sure. That's my opinion. I don't know what else to say about that, but I like that line. I don't even know what's going on there. My picture inside the locket. It's like, it's crazy. I love it though. Yeah, it's like they buy Porsches, but they don't want to build soul components, whatever the hell that is. A cool word, soul components, for orphans. It's like that's what we do in our society. We don't give a fuck. We just leave people to die. Oh well. We don't want to build them up. We don't want to repair their soul that's broken and shattered. You need to fill that in with, as he says, components or mechanisms or machines. Again, that's why I love this song. I love the imagery of it. Talking about the machines, the time machines. I made that other video about self-transforming machine elves. That's why I was putting all this together. I was like, this is wild, man. What is he into shit? Is he is he catching on? And that's where I started really buying in, where I was like, there is no other way. Because I felt it's so dumb. It's so like pathetic the way the world is that I should figure things out, or that Rogan should figure it out. Tyler, Balding Ginger, Jodyhighroller with the fucking gold chains, and Terrence McKenna was like all these guys. I was like, how is this possible? Like that there's just these glimpses of understanding, like glimpses of reality, and it was like very challenging for me to come to grips with. But that's what I think, you know. Okay, so let's see.
I just wanna, I just wanna.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say that that was interesting, and I think we're gonna actually call it a day. Boom. Okay, that was my video. That was the video on the man, the myth, the legend, Jodyhighroller, the genius of that man, my interpretation of some of his work, what I think about it. You know, if you want to know more, watch some more of his videos, go see him. I saw him when he came to town. You know, he does his thing, human being, like anyone else. Uh, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Do you agree? Cool. Peace out.